How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have the Michael Cera Fan Club. I'm pretty sure if I said it right. If not, she
That's
could say
it.
it, and she could say what she does in the band.
Hi, so I'm Claire. I'm the lead singer and I play guitar for the band as well. And yeah, it is Michael Cera Fan Club, so good job.
Awesome. So I guess my first question is how did you come up with the name? I guess like what was kind of like the story behind it? Because that was I know that we like had you had like found out about the channel somehow, I guess through Instagram, but I was like more interested by the name, if anything. I was like, okay, I like Michael Cera as an actor. He's a cool dude, but like I was very interested on like I guess the naming convention
Yes,
and
for
just how you
sure.
came up with it, I guess.
So it's funny that you asked that because we came up with it at Nuit Blanche last year, and Nuit Blanche was actually last night. So it's our 1 year name
There you go.
anniversary. But yeah, we were going back and forth between names for a long time, and a lot of them were just really embarrassing sounding. And then it was a friend of mine that like we had said, by the time Nuit Blanche is over, we have all night. We have to come up with an actual good name.
Yeah.
And then we just got talking about Arrested Development and Super Bad, and then we just said like, I really love Michael Cera. And we're like, oh, that's it, Michael Cera Fan Club. And yeah, it just kind of happened like that, very random, but it worked.
That
It's
is
been well received.
Yeah, I've definitely I feel like there is some like shock value in the name at least because I'm like, okay, like Michael Cera, okay, I get it. And then I was just kind of curious the whole time we had been chatting like over Instagram, I was like I have to ask that question because it was gonna bother me if I felt like if I didn't ask at least once and been like, hey, what's the naming thing? But
You're one of 1 million people who ask us that. So,
well, there
and
you
I wish we
go.
had a better story.
I'm all about the people here at Audio
There you
Addiction,
go.
so I'm glad I could ask that for everybody. So if you ever have other people that need to know the answer now, they can just check this video out. But
Exactly. I'll just send them the link.
thank you, thank you. Well, the next question, I guess, to follow up that was like, how did you start out the band? I guess how did you get the rest of your members, and like what was kind of like the first like foundational kind of like months and weeks of the band.
Right on. So the guitar player and I actually have known each other since junior kindergarten.
Wow. Okay.
So best friends forever.
There you
And
go.
we'd always been saying since like years ago, oh, we want to make a band, we want to make a band. And then nothing ever really became of it. And then our drummer, we met him in high school, and I was in another small band with him, but we just used to play like those crappy high school music nights. So then, yeah, once university hit, we're like, okay, like we wanted to make a band, let's make a band. So me and the guitarist finally got together, sat down, wrote some songs. And then, thanks to social media, we just said, we need help. Can someone drum for us? And then the old drummer came back. He's like, yeah, let's do it. And then through him, we got our bass player because they were roommates in college.
Oh, tight.
So it all kind of worked out and worked out very well, actually, because now we're all super close. So it's nice to have our own little group and we can make music too.
Awesome. And like, how was like the first like practice? I feel like obviously like your one friend that you have been friends with since like pre-kindergarten, kind of like obviously you guys have been friends, but like how was like the first like practice? You guys like writing music and stuff like that. How did that go? I'm always curious about those sorts of things, like the first like inaugural days of like the
Yeah,
band
for
and stuff.
sure. Well, the first couple of practices were interesting because, like, the guitarist, although the three of us, me, the guitarist, and the drummer, went to high school together, we weren't necessarily all the closest as a group. So I
Yeah.
remember it was a lot of roasting. We made a couple diss tracks about the guitarist out of
Oh
good
man.
fun. So yeah, just all that getting to know you kind of stuff. And then it's always the awkward first couple songs where it's like, I'm embarrassed to tell you guys what I want to sing. And yeah, everyone's kind of just like dancing around the point. Like, I know how I want this to sound, but I don't know if you guys want the same sound. So yeah, the first few were just, some of our first songs were pretty garbage, but it's all a matter of just sort of getting past that. And then we finally sort of found our niche sound, and from there we've been able to come up with some good stuff.
There we go. Awesome. My next question is, what are some favorite venues you guys like to play at or catch a show at in your free time?
Like to play at or catch a show? Very
I feel
different
like what
question.
like to play at first, and then we'll
Okay,
talk about like where you go to like see shows and stuff.
sounds good. So, favorite venue, I think we would all agree, or at least all agree on behalf of everyone, is Sneaky D's.
Yes.
We've played there twice now, and it's really awesome. The sound people are really good, and the promoters there are super nice too. So those have definitely we've sounded our best at Sneaky D's. So we're thankful for that because certain sound people at other venues love them, but they don't compare.
Yeah.
And favorite to catch a show at? I know Emma, the guitarist, would tell you Lee's Palace, so
Okay.
I'll throw that in for her. And for myself, it'd probably be the Mod Club, to be honest. It's super small, but like that's kind of what makes it the best because everyone's really packed in there and you can all
Yeah.
sort of have the freedom to have a good time without wondering like if you look really stupid because they're all like sardines.
It's that like intimate factor of like a venue of like
Exactly.
being really close to the artist and stuff. That's really cool. When
100%.
I went to Toronto, oh man, it was like 3 years ago. I went to Sneaky D's and I loved it. So I definitely want to go back to Canada and Toronto and stuff like that. But um, Sneaky D's was sick, so definitely shout outs to them. But
And they have great food.
they do. They very much do. That's awesome. Next question. I guess to kind of follow up the venues, what was the last show that you attended that you didn't play?
The last show, well, a bunch of us went to see Pine Grove together.
Tight. Okay.
So the drummer Ryan and then Emma and myself went to go. And that was really great. I think it was at the Opera House.
Okay.
So that was really awesome. I only knew like one of their songs, but just seeing how passionate they were was really crazy. And then I myself saw Surf Curse last Monday,
Nice.
and they're like my all-time favorite. So that was awesome. But yeah, like unbelievable. I kind of really aspire to be at their level.
Awesome. Awesome. I'll have to give him a listen then. But
Yes.
my next question, the big one, Claire, what are some of your musical influences? Who do you draw from as an artist?
So we have to say Surf Curse a little bit. And Current Joys, like the drummer from Surf Curse has his own group, Current Joys, and they're
Oh,
really
tight.
good. And we sort of try to get his sort of sound. If you know the band Real Estate as well.
Yes, I do know real estate. Yeah.
And we try to go for that Peach Pit and Mac DeMarco sound. We're working on it, but yeah, we're super into like beach rock mixed with like a little bit of alternative pop in there.
Awesome, awesome. I feel like that accurately describes your sound because I've heard some of the songs that you guys had been doing, and I was really kind of interested because I was like, well, first of all, the name got me as I had mentioned before, so I was like, I wonder how they sound, like, what do they do, like, so I was definitely it's something that's not, I wouldn't say particularly my wheelhouse, but I was like so like drawn into it because it's so different from what I listen to generally. So I was
That's
about it. So,
awesome.
but my next question, Claire, kind of the follow up, the influences. Who's on your Spotify? What have you been listening to lately in terms of new music?
Let me pull that up and tell you.
There you go. Get the phone out. That's when I.
All right. That's always the hardest question for me to answer because I'm like, I listen to music pretty much all the time, but who do I listen to?
I feel
Um,
that.
we're listening to a lot of Claro right now, a
Okay.
lot of Beach House, Surf Curse again. You're gonna keep hearing them coming up. Um, yeah, that's a big chunk of it. Declan McKenna, we're huge on Declan McKenna.
Okay. Okay.
Those are kind of the big ones right now.
There we go. Well, that's a good running list, and if you have more, then I will literally throw text up on the screen to alert everybody of what you're listening to. But
Exactly.
the next question, Claire, a fun one. If you could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's one that we've tried to cover many times, and we're so bad at
Oh,
it.
I'm sure you're not that bad at
Oh, I'm sure you haven't heard it.
it.
Freaking Out the Neighborhood by Mac DeMarco.
Okay,
We
sick.
are trying our damn hardest to get good at covering it because it's an awesome song, but the guitar line is literally crazy. But yeah, that's my one wish. If we could play that and make it sound really good, then I'd be a happy little bean.
Well, best of luck. Hopefully, next time you come on, you'll give us an update on whether or not you guys are doing it better. I mean, I feel like that's
Got it.
it's a mountain to climb, but I definitely feel like you guys can do it for sure.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
There we go. Fingers crossed. My next question, Claire. Continuing with the fun questions. Gotta ask this: favorite food to eat?
Favorite food to eat. So I'm 1 week vegetarian now.
Ooh,
So
congrats.
thank you. Most of my favorite foods are kind of out the window. I was a big steak gal. But favorite food right now, I have to say veggie dogs. I know they sound disgusting, but they're delicious.
There we go. Interesting. Like,
They're
what
so
is
good.
there like a brand or like, or is there like a specific thing? Because I'm
Any
always
street
trying to
meat
do it.
stand downtown, I'll tell you, any street meat stand cooks up a mean veggie dog.
Okay.
That's, I promise you, you should go check it out.
All right. Well, now I'll have to add it to my list of vacation places, and
It's
then
Toronto
food to
street
eat.
meat.
Toronto street meat, gotta do it. I last time I went there, I had to get the like atypical like tourist food, so I got poutine.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, I like had to. It was like, but next time I go, I feel like I don't want to be a tourist, so I'm gonna try to like savor the local cuisine.
There you
I
go.
I heard that was really good, and like what was it? Like shawarma and stuff is like
Oh
super good
yeah,
there.
we got
So
good shawarma.
there we go.
Not that
Well,
I can eat it anymore, but we have good
you
shawarma.
got the recommendations, so
Yeah,
that's all I need to hear is that and getting that verification on the good shawarma in Toronto. So
there you go.
awesome. Next question. Getting back to the music stuff, if you could pick somebody to collaborate with, whether it be a guest vocalist on your next record or a producer you'd like to work with, who would it be?
Producer would have to be Clancy, Tyler the Creator's
Ooh,
producer,
yeah.
because he
Okay.
makes some big moves. Like,
He does.
as a group, we collectively love Tyler the Creator. So, yeah, like just seeing the evolution of his music and how much he's changed, especially from like the Cherry Bomb era to now Igor,
Yeah, definitely.
having that all managed smoothly is like super impressive. So, yeah, we'd love that.
And then
Hit
get
him up,
Tyler
you
as a
know?
guest feature. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
After this interview, he better be our producer and we better have Tyler on our track. That's all I'm saying.
There we go. Well, we'll get the guesties on Rock. We'll make sure he knows on Twitter that Michael Cera Fan Club wants some Tyler on their new record. So
Exactly.
that's the voice of audio addiction. Whether or not he sees it or not is out of my question. But at least it'll be there. It'll be on the internet and people will know about it. So maybe it might happen. But I
Thanks for
definitely
that.
we will. I'll definitely shoot the Tyler shot on Twitter.
Yes, there you go.
There we go. Awesome. Next question, Claire. If there was another musical instrument that you could master, what would it be?
I would love to be really good at drums. I do not have the coordination, but I would love it. Because chick drummers are always the coolest, I must
I
say
agree.
that.
I agree. 100%. That is the wave right there. I'm all about
Right
that.
now, I can play that Arctic Monkeys one. What's it called? Do I Want to Know?
Oh
That's
yeah.
just like the, and that's all I got. I do it really good, but that's the
There you
only
go.
song I can do.
It's the stepping stones, right, to get to
Exactly.
that place.
I
So,
could
well,
be like their backup drummer if they ever needed. So make sure you can make that happen as well.
definitely, we're all about making the dreams happen here at Audio Addiction. So, let's get it going. We're gonna get Claire. Claire's shooting for the stars. Let's do it.
All right, I'm ready for it.
Awesome. Next question. If you could compile a dream tour, who would be on the lineup? Obviously, this would include your band. I feel like that's without question. But
So we're talking about openers.
we're talking about like if you were on a dream lineup, like who would be on your tour? Like you could either go like as far left field as being like, I'd love to have Tyler tour with Tyler, the creator, like, all those sorts of bands. Or you could be like, I love a bunch of these local bands and I would want to have like a homie tour and be like,
Okay,
these are the
there you
bands that I
go.
like.
Well, I might
Either
have to
way.
go both ways on
Or
that.
you
Like
could do both,
I want to
50-50.
bring some of the buddies. So, yeah, if I was to tour with someone, I think it'd be really cool. You're gonna hate me for saying this again, but to tour with Surf Curse, because that was like the best show. Or to tour with Foster the People would be
Oh,
really
okay.
awesome too,
Okay.
because they put on a good show. And then of course we'd have to bring the friends from home, our Toronto buddies. We've accumulated some good friends. We've got Summer Heights Band,
Oh,
Down the Void,
oh,
we got Basketball Knees. We got a bunch of good friends. Hotel Pablo. We got
oh.
everyone in the mix. So definitely all of us and Surf Curse and Foster the People would be, and Mac DeMarco. Don't let me forget him because I love him.
Mac
That's
DeMarco.
that's the dream team right
That's
there.
the fest. That's the Michael Cera fest. And Michael
It
Cera has
is.
got to host it. So let's make that dream happen. Guys, slide into those DMs. Either
We're
of our
trying our
DMs. Let's
best.
let's make it happen. I
Please.
know I know we both have the clout to do it, so like let's get it rocking.
There you go.
But seriously, Michael Cera, if you're about it, because I mean they're literally your fan club, so like I don't know why you wouldn't do it. Just
Please
feel.
don't sue us instead for using your name. Just love us. Come on.
I mean, listen, they made a whole band after your name. I feel like that's like homage. So
Mhm. How could you be
definitely.
mad at that?
I'm not mad at it. I think it's sick. So, I feel like not that my opinion is like the all encompassing opinion, but just saying. I feel like if somebody made like the Audio Addiction Fan Club band, like I'd be about it. I
You'd love
wouldn't.
it, right?
I'd love
If
it. Yeah.
someone made the Cure
It's a.
fan club band, even though
It,
that sounds awful, I
yeah.
would love it. I would support them.
Yeah, I'd be about it,
Michael
definitely.
Cera.
So there we go, Michael Cera. Let's do it. But anyway, Claire, next question. In your opinion, who puts on a great live performance?
So, from my personal experience, I keep recycling the
It's
same
all
names,
right.
but
It's all right.
Foster the People was the best show I ever went to. Their show was crazy. I think it's because they have like 10 billion people in their band, and they've got all the lights and stuff, and Mark Foster's just like incredible. So they were really awesome, and Mac DeMarco as well. I saw him at Oshiega, and every other line he said was "motherfucker," and it was just really legendary. So I'll never forget those two shows. So I have to say they were the best shows.
I mean, it sounds solid to me. I have yet to see Mac DeMarco, but Mac DeMarco, if you'd like to come on an interview, like let's make it happen. That'd be sick.
I've
And
seen
then
him twice, so we're basically best friends, me and Mac DeMarco. So I'll hook you up.
oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Mac. Love you, dude. And my next question, Claire, another fun one.
All
Favorite
right.
TV show, favorite movie.
Okay, so collectively, again, answering on behalf of the band because we all have
Oh,
very similar interests.
there you go.
We love Rick and Morty. We love it. All about that Szechuan sauce.
Oh, got
We
you.
are obsessed. Um, favorite movie? Well, there's so many Michael Cera movies to choose from. We're really torn between Juno and Superbad
Oh,
because those
okay.
are both really legendary.
I feel
Um,
that.
I myself would have to say Scott Pilgrim if I'm branching out from the group. I know it's really.
I love. That's my favorite. That's my
Oh,
favorite Michael
really?
Cera film. So,
Me too. We're kind of a mixed bag amongst the four of us, but yeah, I definitely have to say that Scott Pilgrim is the best.
well, I'm a nerd, so I like that stuff. So like, I'm all about the like video game references and stuff. So
Yeah,
like, I was sold on that already. But just by like him being like so socially awkward sometimes, it's just wonderful. So I can relate
right?
to that.
He's just a big dweeb, and the best is like when he jumps out of the window when Knives comes to
Yes.
visit him. Like, how can that compare to any of his other scenes? I don't know.
Oh man, I could talk about Scott Pilgrim for the rest of the time, but I feel like we would be just doing like a 2 hour long sesh of just
Yes,
like
exactly.
Michael Cera. But that's okay. You're the Michael Cera fan club, so I feel like that
Well,
would be that would be appropriate. Um, But speaking on the topic of video games, as I had mentioned, I am quite a big nerd, so I like asking this question. If you could be a video game character, who would you be?
Oh, easy. So I finally just bought Tony Hawk Underground 2 for PlayStation 2. Right? It's great. And I
Classic.
made my own little fictional guy. His name is Xanthony, as in Xanax and Anthony. And I
Oh
think
my
I
god.
need to be him. I think I am him already, but I think I need to be him in real life.
Oh my god, that's wonderful. Oh,
So
I
if
love
Michael
when
Cera
bands do
sues us, we're just calling ourselves the Xanthony Fan
the
Club, I think.
Xanthony fan club. Oh man. Well, if the lawsuit doesn't work out, then you can always call yourself the Xanthony fan club. So
Exactly.
it's an easy transition, you know.
There you
Hopefully
go.
Michael
Close
Cera
enough.
won't be too mad. I feel like he
Yeah.
would be okay with it. I mean,
He seems really nice.
he's got that chill demeanor. So like,
Yeah.
you know, Michael Cera, don't do it, man. Just don't do it. I know you want
Just love
to, but just
us.
don't. It's okay. But next question, Claire, if you were trapped on a desert island and there was one record you could bring with you for the next month, what would it be?
Well, if it's just a month,
I know, it's just a month. People get freaked out because they're like,
um,
it's a month.
well, I could go a month listening to Igor by Tyler. I'd say so.
There we go. Awesome. Great way to round out the answers and the questions and
I
things of
didn't
that
want to say
nature.
surf curse again,
You
so
could have, honestly, you could have, because then I could have just replaced any answer that you had with
with
just
surf
Surf
curse.
Curse. Anyway, Claire, the most important thing, the big honcho, the big thing. Tell them about your band, where they can find you at, and anything coming up in the next couple months.
All right, so we actually just released our EP on, I believe it was this past Monday. So we're now on all streaming platforms, and our EP is self-titled, so you can find us under Michael Cera Fan Club. And we also, yeah, I know, sorry.
It's all right.
We also have another show coming up on November 9th at the Cameron House, and it's actually Emma's birthday. So we're having a big bash. It's going to be awesome. We're making a giant paper mache Michael Cera head. So
This is
you
great.
already
Continue
you
going.
already know it's going to be the best.
Yeah, it
So
sounds awesome.
you can come meet all of the Michael Cera buddies, me, Emma, Ryan, Sam. I didn't say much about Sam, but we love Sam, we love Ryan, love Emma. Obviously, self love. We love Claire. And yeah, we love Michael Cera, so come see us play.
Awesome. Well, I have another question for you. Like, how did I guess just because the internet is a wonderful thing. Like, I guess how did you find out about the channel? Because I'm always curious on like on the front of like when people, especially like that I know, I guess from the Toronto area, had maybe made a post about it or something like that. But I'm always curious on like how people find out about like the YouTube thing and like all that sort of stuff. So I guess like how did you come across me?
So I can't remember if it was on Reddit or if it was on Instagram.
Okay.
It was either one of the two. I think it was Reddit, but I'm not totally sure. I just looked up band interview slash podcast because we're like, we want to be famous. Someone let us talk. So yeah, but I'm definitely happy we stumbled upon you because
Thank
you're
you.
super cool.
Thank
You
you.
seem to like Xanthony,
I
so
do.
any
It's
friend of Xanthony's a friend of
I
mine.
am I'm pushing for the whole Xanthony thing. I'm on the Xanthony train. You know, if I can make the team happen with the Xanthony thing, you've got your number one fan here is
Oh, I love it.
the Xanthony fan base is growing, but
You're gonna make your own Xanthony fan
I
club
feel
band,
like
it
it
looks
is.
like.
It's gonna happen now. But anyway, that's awesome. I love using Reddit, even though I don't probably use it as much as I should. But I love connecting with people that like love talking about music and stuff like that. So glad we got connected, Claire. It's a
Yes, for
wonderful
sure.
thing. But the big thing is you should check out Michael Cera Fan Club. Links in the description where you can find out about their band, their music, and like, try to get on that Tyler thing. That Tyler wave. Make sure you tweet at him when this
Get us
interview
on
comes
that.
out. Make sure it comes out, man. Like listen, I am all about pushing for things that people want in life. So like let's make it happen. Make sure that Audio Addiction fam is out there on the Twitterverse. So let him know what's going on, and you know your boy's gonna do it. So
There you
let's
go. If
make
you
it
know
happen.
Michael Cera,
If you
if you
Mike
know
know Yeah,
Tyler,
if you know
if you
Michael
know
Cera
Surf
Tyler, if
Curse,
you know Surf Curse, we're doing all the shout outs, the major shout outs. So like let's get it happening. Let's make sure that Michael Cera Fan Club is out there
or
for people to love.
else
Or else I'm probably not gonna hunt you down because it's also on the internet, and that would be very, very wrong of me to say something like
we're
that
gonna
for it
send
to be.
you viruses.
We're gonna send you a very unsavory muffins in the mail. There we go. So I feel like
You don't want those. Just promo
you
us.
definitely don't want those. So anyway, check out their band. And if you enjoyed this interview, make sure to share it, like it, subscribe. It goes a hell of a long way. And thanks, of course, to Claire and the Michael Cera Fan Club for coming on.
Thanks for having me and all of us in spirit. The band says hi. And yeah, thank you from them. Thank you from me. We really appreciate
Hey
this.
guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps out our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.